it's Grace, and right now I'm going to be doing a Q&A in honor of reaching 15,000 subscribers, which is so incredibly frickin' insane. Don't know how that happened, but it happened and it's really awesome and it just makes me very, very happy. So thank you, every single one of you. Thank you so, so much for watching my videos or commenting or whatever. It just makes me very happy. Books are awesome. Great way to express it. Let's get on with the questions. I don't want to answer a lot. I want to make it real quick, so yeah, let's just get into it. So I'm answering the questions that people ask me on my Instagram, and if I butcher your username, I'm sorry. I just tend to do that, so yes. So the first question I got was by Rachel Surrey Butcher. Your last name is Butcher, and I butchered your username. Anyway, you asked, what is the best book to get out of a reading slump? And I would say that anything by Jennifer L. Armentrout, especially her Lux series. Also, Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. It is sad. It's a historical fiction novel. It's sad, but it reads so quick, and then you can read Salt to the Sea right after that, and that's beautiful as well. They're super quick reads. And then maybe To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. That was such a quick, fun read as well. The next question is asked by Michelle over at Wizworld Books. Love that girl. And she said, favorite place you've traveled? And my favorite place I've traveled, I have two places. The first being New York City. I traveled there around this time last year for BookCon, and while I wouldn't want to live in New York, it was such a good, cool place to visit because it's just so different from where I live, and everyone was just on the go and super busy, and where I live we just take our time, and it was definitely a culture shock for me. And I think it's definitely a city of opportunity, and there's this one quote, I forget who it's from, but it says that New York is a city where if someone were freezing, dead, frozen on the street, no one would even look twice, because New York, everyone is just focusing on what they have to do, if that makes any sense. But New York, I love New York, visiting it for just seeing how other people live. And then also Oregon. I would love to move to Oregon, mainly in Portland. And it was just, Portland, Oregon is so beautiful. The whole state is just gorgeous, and I would just love to live there. Somewhere in Neverland asked, what are some other things you're passionate about besides books? And I'm passionate about theater and acting and film, just the whole process of it all. I'm passionate about history. I'm passionate about our planet, about people. I love people. I sound like Donald Trump. I love the people love me. And I'm passionate about a lot of things. The list is endless. Also, I'm very passionate about dogs, especially my dog, Snicket. Your breath stinks though, Snicket, but I still love you. The next question I got was by Vin LaRoe. Sorry about that. And she asked, what's the book that you've been the most disappointed this year? You've had high expectations and it didn't reach those. And for me, that would be Soundless by Rochelle Mead, which is a standalone. It deals with Chinese culture. I was like, that is going to be my book, and it wasn't. Sadly, I gave it 2 stars, I think. And I got is by My Bookish Feels, and you asked, which book character do you think you resemble most? And I don't think I resemble, I don't read books and really see myself a lot in a character. The only thing that I can think about is Kath from Fangirl, and the only part of her is there's a scene where she avoids the cafeteria for weeks because it's not because she's antisocial, but she's not really scared of people or anything, but she's just scared of asking a person and finding out where the cafeteria is. She doesn't want to go through that, and that is something that I totally would do. I would avoid the cafeteria for weeks and just eat Nutri-Grain bars just to avoid asking someone where the cafeteria is. The next question I got asked is by Always Alyssa, and she asked, have you ever thought about writing a book? If so, which genre would you be interested in authoring? And I've always, when I write, it's for fun, and my Google Documents is always filled with just a bunch of short stories that I've written over the years. And also I started a book, I think 2.5 years ago, and I got, I think, a little bit more than halfway done with it, and I just never completed it. But lately, I've just been feeling this urge to write and to just experiment. And who knows if I will change my major to writing, and so I can pursue writing as a career, English, and then pursue writing as a career. I would love to. To be honest, I don't know what the hell I want to do with my life. But I think that I would never say no to publishing a book, and I don't know what I would, what genre I would, because I love every genre. But there's this quote by, I think it's by Charles Buowski, if I'm thinking the right person, and he says, don't write unless it's jumping out of you. Don't write if you feel the need to write or read it to your mother. Write because you're passionate about it. Write because it's like jumping out of you or something like that, and I just love that. But it's always been something that I do for fun, but I'm getting a little bit more serious in it, so who knows, maybe. The next question I got asked is by Amy O'Sullivan 21, and she asked, what is your biggest fear? And my biggest fear is, I have two, and one is just losing someone I love, which is kind of silly because that's inevitable. It will happen. It just really, really freaks me out. And to give an example, like when I call my mom or my dad or my sister or anyone that I really love and they don't answer for like 2 rings, and then I call them again and again and they don't answer, it really, really freaks me out, and I assume the worst, and I kind of like go into a panic mode. And I just really need to stop doing that. I need to have a better mindset. So that really freaks me out. And then also another fear of mine is sleep paralysis. I get sleep paralysis a lot, especially more so in like the last 3 years. And that's when you're sleeping and you like wake up and you're in a state of like sleep but awake, and it feels like someone is on top of you, like pushing you down, and you can't get up. And that happens a lot, and I don't know what happens afterward because I don't know if I pass out, I don't know if I just fall back asleep, but I wake up and I'm like shaking because I don't know, the adrenaline or something, and then I don't want to go back to sleep because it just scares the actual hell out of me. So that sucks. The next question is asked by Leonie Story, I think that's your username, and she asked, what's your favorite book cover? And my favorite book cover right now, I don't have the book, but I went to Barnes & Noble and it was freaking prettiest cover I've ever seen, and that is Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tucholke. I'll insert a photo, and in person it is just to die for, to live for. It's so beautiful. The next question I got asked is by Clockwork Granger, and she said, what Hogwarts house do you think you would least likely be in, / rank your Hogwarts house in order in which you'd like to be in. Okay, so I am Hufflepuff through and through, pride on that. And so, number 1, Hufflepuff. And then I took the Sorting Hat quiz. Not recently, I'm too scared to do that. I don't want to. I've bought too much merch. I am too strong. I am too indebted to being a Hufflepuff. I'm just not taking it because I've taken it once and I'm not taking it again. So Hufflepuff 1. 2nd, I would be Gryffindor. 3rd, Ravenclaw. And 4th, Slytherin. I love Slytherin, so like I have many friends that are Slytherins and they're cool. But I myself am not one, and that's okay. But yeah, Hufflepuff for life. At least I think so, because I'm not going to take it again. Last question that I'm going to answer is asked by Nadia Bookshelf, and she asked, how has being on BookTube changed your reading? And being on BookTube has changed my reading immensely, because if it were not for BookTube, I wouldn't have probably read half the books that I've read. Also, I have just read a lot more diversely than I've been used to, and I also want to better that. I want to read even more diversely. I want to get more into like adult fiction and non-fiction, and I just got a manga from the library, and I've only read like one other manga series. So I got Death Note Volume 1 from the library, and I'm so excited to get into it. But BookTube has just really much broadened my reading horizon, so I owe a lot to BookTube. So those were all the questions that I'm going to be answering for this Q&A. If you happen to ask me a question and I didn't get to answering it, just comment down below and I will answer it in the comments. And thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers. 15,000 people. 15,000 of you. That's just kind of hard to even think about. Snicket! Don't chew on that, sister. She likes to chew on my chair, and she's ruining it. But thank you guys so much. It's really hard for me to express in words how grateful I am, but just know that I'm so, so grateful, and I never, ever, ever will take this for granted. And thank you so, so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.